What's going on YouTube? You're watching Timeline News of your boy Marcusio, back again with another video. But before we get into this one, I really need to say this message is quite important, and it's to all you amazing 7 subscribers, all 7 of you. The purpose of this channel has now changed, unfortunately. Initially, this channel was supposed to be about news that featured on the timeline of various social media, such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, so on and so forth. And it was going to be news that featured celebrity news, music, health, fitness, all of that stuff, and really just combine it into one place. It was also something that was actually going to feature documentaries, and as a matter of fact, my first video was a documentary on modern day colonialism. If you haven't seen it, check it out, it's quite interesting. However, now the purpose of this channel is going to be more closely aligned to my faith. I'm a Christian, and so all the content that comes out on this channel now is going to be about the timeline of his second coming. And by his, I mean Jesus Christ. He is coming back a second time, and the purpose of this channel is going to be looking at some of the things that precede his second coming, some of the things that he spoke about, as well as some of the prophets and disciples in the Bible that foretold some of the events that are currently happening today. I totally get if all of you 7 subscribers decide to unsubscribe. I totally get it. This is not what you signed up for. But if you do decide to remain subscribed, I'd really appreciate it, and I really do pray and hope that the content that comes out is going to be of some benefit or some use to you moving forward. Right, now to go into the message. So today's message, or episode, if you want to call it that, is about Christianity, or what was once Christianity. It's something that's been on my heart for a number of years now, and it's the watering down of the Christian faith. In my opinion, Christianity no longer exists, or has been severely damaged or severely watered down by people within the Christian faith and those that are not in, or those without, I think is the opposite, without the Christian faith. And I'm going to be focusing on a person who's quite successful, is very well respected and looked up to within the black community, who's somebody in the United States who was, came from the ghetto and is now very successful in their careers. And that person is Steve Harvey. I'm not going to try and shy or hide away from the name. But before I show you this clip I'm about to show you, I want to let you know I'm not here to judge this person. I'm not here to judge their character, their morals, their beliefs, or their personality. They simply spoke about a message, and I want to use the message they spoke about to prove my point, or to highlight what's currently going on.
Listen to me, man. Quit playing with this here. You're not going to make it without God. If you've tried it so far, tell me how that's working out for you. It sucked, don't it? You need God. Don't you think I got here without him. I've needed him every step of the way. If it wasn't for God, I wouldn't even be standing here today. I'm telling you right now, you need God. You need to tell him that you need him. Quit being ashamed about it and worrying about who looking. Go somewhere by yourself today and tell God you need some help.
So at this point of the message, you're probably thinking, he's talking about God, and he's saying we all need God. Which is right, and he's rightly so, and it really sounds really motivational, and he's right on the point. But just stay tuned. I think it starts out really positive in the beginning, and then in my opinion it goes really downhill. So just keep watching, and I promise not to keep interrupting like this.
Tell him that you're just tired of trying to figure it out for yourself. He already know you got problems. See, God save anybody. God save me. Now listen to me. You ain't got to like the way I'm saved. Steve, you be cussing though. Okay, cool. I got all that. I got all that. I still shoot dice. I got all that. I drink scotch out of cup straight. I smoke cigars. But guess what? He still saved me. He saved me to be this way. Saved me to be this way. You can't be tripping with my walk with him, because my path ain't been like yours. So this.
Hang on, did he just say he saved me to be like this? Anyone who's a believer, anyone who's a Christian would know that when we're saved, we are changed. We're supposed to change. The Bible says we should be transformed by the renewing of our mind. So the old life has passed away, the new life now begins. So you shouldn't be saved to be like this. But let's carry on watching.
You can't be tripping with my walk with him because my path ain't been like yours. So this is my version of Christianity. This is my version of being saved. This is my version of Christianity.
I'm sorry, I don't want to keep interrupting, but he just said this is my version of Christianity. So Steve Harvey has his own version of Christianity.
This is my version of being saved. All you gotta do is get your own version. Quit tripping thinking that God gonna turn you into some Bible-toting, breast-beating that you got to go around and ring people's doorbells and try to convert people. I'm not in the soul conversion business. That ain't what he created me for. You wanna go to hell? Bye. Now, if you want to hear this little message I got for you, cool, here it is. This is the level of my Christianity. Just get at the level you at. You ain't got to change. God work with you. God take hard people like me and turn them into Christians. God take soldiers like me and turn them into Christians. He take old hoodlums like me and turn them into Christians. He take drug boys and turn them into Christians. He take women off of poles and turn them into Christians. God take women who had children out of wedlock, turn them into Christians. God take anybody that want to be saved, and he save them. So just like old people used to say, I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody that can save anybody.
I'm gobsmacked. I'm sure some of you may be, there may be those among you who don't see a problem in what Steve Harvey just said. And that's not a problem in itself because you might not be aware fully of what the Bible says. And if you're a Christian, then I don't see how you can agree with what he's just said. Let me just explain. So Steve Harvey said, he's been saved. Yes, he still rolls the dice. Yes, he still drinks. And by roll the dice, he means yes, he still gambles. Yes, he still drinks scotch out of the cup straight, not mixed or watered down. Props to him. I couldn't do that. And I don't think there's a problem with alcohol, but I don't want to spend too much time on that because it's quite a sensitive subject. But there's not a direct problem with alcohol. There is a problem with abuse of alcohol and taking it to get to a certain place, and by that I mean drunkenness. So I'm not gonna. That's not an issue with that. And yes, he says he still cusses, which is quite interesting because if you're saved, it doesn't mean you're not going to cuss. It doesn't mean you're saved and no more cussing. But the intention to not cuss should be there. A real desire to not swear or not say something that is a cuss word to somebody or to something is at the forefront of your mind, reminding you, don't say it, don't do this, don't do that. So the fact that he says he still does these things and he's saved and Jesus saved him to be that way is disheartening, man. I really think that Christianity is an embarrassment to God. I don't think this is a Christian society. I don't think God is proud of the Christians today. And it's so disheartening, man. I personally no longer call myself a Christian, the title Christian. I am a believer in God, I'm a believer in Jesus Christ, but don't include me in that title. Because it's faded away. It no longer represents what it once meant. And so basically what I'm trying to say here is my point was that Christianity as we know it has changed. Christianity is now what people perceive it to be, what people want it to be. So his version of Christianity is gamble, drink, and still cuss, but still believe in God and pray and go to church on Sundays. And he encouraged people, have your own version of Christianity. That's mine, have your own. So Jennifer, I'm just making up any name, Jennifer's version of Christianity might be, I'm going to strip, but then I'm going to go to church on Sundays, and I'm going to bring men to my house while my kids are asleep, and we're going to fornicate. But I still believe in God and I still pray. Everyone can have their own version, and that's where the problem lies, because everyone cannot have their own version of Christianity. There is one version of it. Like I said, Christianity, the name Christianity was given to those who behaved like Christ. When we break down the word Christianity, Christianity. They looked, behaved and acted like Christ. So they said, oh, you're a Christian. And we've mispronounced that word now, so we say Christian. So you can't have your own version of it. True Christianity is behaving as Christ did. If he did not gamble, don't gamble. If he did not cuss, don't cuss. If he did not drink, don't drink. Simple. There's one Christianity, not multiple versions of it.